La di di, la di la. So now I think about that might be a little loud.
Yeah, that right about there. That seems about.
That's good.
Yeah, I
Sure.
think that's good.
All right. Feel good in my eardrums when it's coming on though. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you there. You know what I'm saying? You probably couldn't hear what I was saying just now, but we're back with the KO Ken show.
Yep, that's
Um.
KO. I'm Ken. So hit him with the intro.
Oh, the intro. Hmm. The intro.
Yeah, it'll confirm a few things for some of our viewers.
Well, we're back. That's one yes, and I have an announcement. That's another yes. So it's a double yes. Yeah. So
I couldn't keep a straight face.
but
man.
yeah, it's a double yes. So
But yeah,
shall I go ahead and say it?
first, yes, we're back again. We've stated that we wanted to do more videos, but there's a lot has been going on in our personal lives, and that's why we hadn't made a video all of last month, even though we said we were. I had car issues. I'm still prepping for my son to be born. Anybody who's been a viewer from the start knows that I'm about to be a dad, and this is my first kid, and it's just like I want to have everything set up to where I don't have to depend on other people as much, even though I know it's going to happen. But that's just a little personal side from me. But this guy, he's got a bigger announcement. Well, I won't say bigger, but just as big as an announcement of why we have been missing for the past month.
Working. I've been working.
To do.
Did I say it?
Just say it,
Did I
damn
say
it.
I've been working because I'm moving. And when I say I'm moving, it's not like, oh yeah, I'm just moving to another house. I'm moving to an apartment and I'm trying to get everything situated for that. No. When I say moving, I'm talking about moving like to another state. And I'm not talking about to like just like another state. We stay on the East Coast. I'll just say we stay in South Carolina in the Myrtle Beach area. But when I say moving to another state, I'm talking about moving to a whole nother coast. Like from East Coast to West Coast. Like I'm literally going from the Myrtle Beach area to San Diego. Like
Yeah, that's a big trip.
36 hours. It's like a 36-hour drive, and it's like about a little under 2,500 miles away. That's not a skip and a hop. But
Oh, that's a hell of a drive. But on that note, congratulations. I wish you nothing but the best. But the
but
best.
the breath. Oh.
I was thinking about the sunny beaches of California. You're gonna be seeing a lot of breasts.
Come with the territory.
Yeah.
Come with the territory. All right. Ready?
Yeah.
All right. I might fuck this shit up. I ain't take a shot in a while.
That's actually smoother than I thought it'd be. Rich and rare Canadian whiskey. That's what no sponsor or nothing, but that's what
Wow.
we're drinking on today.
But I felt that behind my ears a little bit. I don't know how I felt something behind my ears a little bit. All right.
Yeah, it's got a little kick to it. But,
A little bit. I ain't take a shot in a while, so.
well, I drunk last time I had a shot was like Monday, I think. So
Yeah, I've just been drinking for freaking beer. I haven't really been on any
yeah.
type of extra hard liquor. Music again.
But as far as your trip, again, I wish you nothing but the best. And our show is going to be a little different from nowadays. It's going to be
No, I turned it down all the way. Excuse me, I'm just adjusting the
yeah,
volume. There
that
we
works right there. It's going to be like I guess we're going to be using a Discord or something like that, so we can communicate. And we're still going to try and do podcasts. It's just not going to be as elaborate as you guys see. You know, distance between us and all kind of shit.
We'll make it work.
Yeah, but once I get me a
I almost
PC,
slid off my damn chair just now. I ain't gonna even try to play that off.
once I get me a PC,
I could just.
hopefully we can get back like how we are now. You know, how
it doesn't
it's
take long.
set up, all that stuff.
Like, you don't need like a big fancy PC to do this. I mean, I recommend that you have a decent processor to be able to do the editing and all that stuff like that. But
Okay.
everything, the how to put it, the PC market is pretty cheap. Like the fastest graphics card or GPU, whatever you want to call it, the fastest graphics card of the previous generation of Nvidia cards, like the 10 series, their fastest one, like the GTX 1080 Ti, is going for like $300 to $400, like brand, like well, not brand new, but on the used market is going for like $300 to $400. Like those cars brand new ran like $700 to $800.
Damn.
Back when they first came out. And they're still one of the fastest graphics cards out today. The only graphics card that's faster than those cars that's out on the market right now is like the $1,000 up to like $1,200 freaking GTX 2080 Ti. That's the only thing that's faster than it.
Okay. Well,
and you can get that you can get the 1080 Ti for literally like a quarter to like a third of the price.
Well, again, when I do get the funds for that, I will get that. But as of right now, I am focused on my car and my son.
I understand. You know what I'm saying? It's getting really close to that time.
Yeah, tax time. I might have a little leftover change for that.
Yeah, I'm about to say tax time. You can easily build you a PC, like something like for basic video and editing and stuff like that. You can build you a PC for probably about $300.
All right.
Really, and all.
I'm gonna definitely look into that.
If you get like a little cheap little Ryzen 2200G or 3200G, whatever one you want to get, those like the 3200G gonna run you about like $100, and that's like a CPU and graphics card or GPU built into one. And it has a pretty decent. It has pretty decent graphics and stuff, which will help with video editing and rendering and whatnot. And you can get a 2200G, which was what I originally had a 2200G in my system. I have a Ryzen 5 2600 right now, which I'm planning on upgrading later on in the future to at least a Ryzen 9 3900X. Got some more?
Yeah, I'm about to take another shot.
No, I ain't good with these shots right now. I ain't pouring quite as much as I had last time.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Last time I had my shit filled up to the brim.
My shit is not filled up to the brim. It's still about a quarter inch down there.
My shit is close enough. I might as well have filled it up to the brim.
But
what did I put in here? You can.
You know about
Can you see that? That's still like basically still a full shot.
Yeah, same here. Ooh.
Oh, that went out easier than the first one.
Because you know what to expect. But you know, you was over here spitting out numbers about computers and stuff. That takes us to our first topic.
Yep.
You know, I don't know how many of you guys that watch our show might be a High Point firearms fan, but when it comes to High Point, I think they might be onto something with this one. The new High Point Yeet Cannon, also known as the C9. It's gonna have.
I'm the computer man. He's the gun guy.
I'm a gun and blade guy, as hence the blade floating in the background here.
That's mine though.
Yeah, it's his, but still, I love this thing. I was gonna buy it before he did, but he beat me to the punch. I'm still getting one though.
It's a survival knife.
Yeah, it's a tactical survival knife or whatever. But back to the Yeet Cannon. Overall barrel length is 3.5 inches. Overall length is 6.75 inches. The weight is 29 ounces. Frame, high impact polymer. Finish, black powder coat. Overall capacity, 8-shot magazine standard with a 10-shot available. MSRP is $199, and it's a 3-dot sight with adjustable rear sight. I mean, come on, you can't beat this thing. Show them what the actual C9 Yeet Cannon will look like. This is what they're gonna be producing for the first couple with the Yeet Cannon printed on it.
Oh, I don't know what it's actually supposed to look like. You know that.
Yes, that one.
This one? Which one?
Right there, says new.
That one?
Yep. It's gonna look something like this, and maybe not exactly like that, but they say the threaded barrel and this undercarriage part, you know, for a laser sight or a flashlight will be standard with it. I mean, think about it. For $200, you cannot beat that. I bought a gun that cost $250, and that was the Taurus G2C 9mm, and I bought that earlier this year. And it comes with a rail, yes, but it does not come with a threaded barrel. Just think about a threaded barrel for a $200 gun, where if you already had a silencer that fits that gun, you're set.
Yeet.
AKA Yeet. You know? But I've not shot a high point, personally. I know they are notorious for having their problems and everything, but as far as this gun looks, they've got a customer in me, because I know what I'm getting for that price is actually very, very good. So whenever it is released, I will hopefully get me one. And that is genius. I fucking love this thing. That is dope. Yeet Cannon. Yeet!
That made me laugh a little bit. That's why I went to do it.
Shit. I mean, it's a cannon, and it's a yeet. So, I mean, why not? But, you know, there's obviously going to be people that don't like high point. That's fine if you've had major malfunctions.
It has a bad stigma behind the name.
It does, but they have made pretty good firearms. I won't say great, but pretty good is still good enough to defend yourself if you have no other choice.
Yep.
You know, it's a gun that's meant for people like working moms or single dads and stuff like that. People who can't afford a Glock. You know, even your cheapest Glock is going to cost you like $500.
That's the main audience that is geared towards.
And that's the main audience.
It's the budget option.
It's one of those. Yeah, I'd have money. I could buy me a 22, or you know, relatively the same price, but a 22 pistol ain't shit. I mean, it's a gun. I'd rather have that than nothing, but still, a 9mm, even if it's bulky, cloaky, and whatever you want to call it, if it's gonna go bang when I need it to go bang to defend myself and my family, I don't give a shit how it looks. So, it's one of those things. I'm not a gun nut. I'm just a person who has become enthusiastic about firearms this past year. I would say I've always liked firearms, but I wouldn't say that I was a collector or anything like that. I'm not a collector yet either. I still only have one firearm, but still, I want more. It's like tattoos for some people, I guess. Blades and guns.
Yeah, it's like
are like tattoos for me.
Some people are like, "Oh, you got all these guns. Like, what are you gonna do with them? Look at them
and use them in a sporting manner."
It's not like they're gonna go and try to like go shoot up some crap. Nah, I can't say the same thing for everybody.
Of course not.
There are some nuts.
There are some crazy people out there. But most responsible gun owners,
they like a lot of gun collectors. They collect guns because they like the way that the gun looks.
Right, there's an art form.
They take them, they put the guns up, and they never actually use them. They may go take them and just shoot them. You know what I'm saying? Like just to see if everything's still working with it and everything and whatnot, or just because they feel like shooting it. But other than that, they just have the gun sitting up. They still have like their own actual gun that they use for protection. That's for protection. But everything else is just for collection, just for show.
Yep. But basically. You know, it's one of those things that if you're uncomfortable with a gun, don't sit there and blame the gun for you being uncomfortable. Blame yourself for not understanding the weapon. You know, I encourage anybody who is a bit skittish of firearms, like, to go out and, you know, maybe not purchase one, but go to a gun range and rent one and just ask for an instructor to show you how to use it and all that. It's the main thing of this. I know we've had a lot of gun violence in this country, especially mass shootings. But guns don't kill people. People kill people. That's why I am a firm believer in we need mental health evaluations on people who are gun owners before you purchase a gun. It's fairly simple in the state we live in, as you stated before, South Carolina, to get a gun if you have no background.
Because I say this right.
Okay, go ahead.
You're in a room. You have an unarmed man with just his fist and an unloaded gun. Mm-hmm. Which one will be able to kill you? I don't think the gun's gonna be able to do shit.
Yeah,
there ain't nothing in the gun.
The person with the fist raised are the one that's gonna hurt you. Over here, boom, 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 boom,
throwing fist at you. That's gonna be the one that's gonna be able to kill you. Now, if that person with the fist were to just have a couple of bullets on him and was able to load them into that gun, cock the gun, and shoot you with it, it was the man that killed you. It was the man who pulled the trigger, who loaded that gun, who killed you, not the gun itself.
I don't know if people are familiar with an anime called Black Cat, but there's a line in there that goes, the gun is some. I'm paraphrasing here, but the gun is a tool. It does what I tell it to do. If I don't want to shoot, then I won't. You know, it's that simple. Like, guns do not kill people by themselves. They don't grow legs and arms and be like, fuck it, I'm killing humanity. It's people that kill people. In this country, people are killed every day. I'm sorry, it's just a fact that's going to happen in anywhere, in like any place you stay. Even if it's a small country, people are still going to be murdered by guns or knives, or by feet and hands. It's just something that inevitably happens in our society, and it has always happened ever since Cain killed Abel. You know, the Bible stories and stuff like that. It's just something that we cannot avoid. But what we can avoid is allowing for people who have mental emergencies. I would say, I wouldn't even call it illness, but a mental emergency, because you can be totally fine one day and then you have an emergency up top and you're just not thinking clearly and you go off the deep end. You know, people have those things that happen. It's all about what's in your life. So for people to dismiss mental illness or mental emergencies, as I stated, it's just something that I don't agree with.
I mean, he's not here, so I already kind of want to talk about this right here. But you know how me and James left our job, right?
Yeah.
And we're both going to San Diego.
Yeah.
Part of the reason why James said that he left was because mental reasons. The job was stressing him out. It was making him basically walk around like he had a chip on his shoulder. It was changing him, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's not good. Anytime you have a job, a person, or an issue in your life, don't go off the deep end. Ask for help. Like, that's one thing that this is, I'm gonna let you chime in real quick, but this is one thing that I've learned in life. Don't be afraid to ask for help. If you need help, ask for it. You know, just because you're a man or a woman or a boy or a girl, like, if you're an adult or not an adult is what I'm saying, don't be afraid to ask for help. People need help. We are social creatures and we are built on a structure of society. And society, yes, it has its grievances with, you know, things that should be positive and they're negative and all, vice versa. There's always bad things in society, but the good thing about society is that you have usually, I won't say this for everybody, but usually you'll find at least one person that will help you if you ask for help. Even if it's something like as big as, like, you know, can you spare $10, you know, here or there. You might not find everybody that'll give you $10, but there'll be at least one person that you know personally, and maybe not even very well, that'll give you $10 so you can do something with it, whether it's good or bad. You know, so don't be afraid to ask for help. I've had to learn that the hard way as you know, an adolescent, and learning that made a difference in my life because I wasn't afraid to ask for help when I really truly needed it. I don't like asking for help, and I feel like a lot of people don't like asking for help, but at some point you have to swallow that pride and not be a Vegeta, you know, and just ask for help.
Part of that just comes behind being a man also.
Yeah, I mean,
men are very prideful.
Men are very proud, but I've seen some females that are too proud to ask for help too. You know, it's a humanity thing. I wouldn't say it's a gender thing. It's a humanity.
I mean,
thing.
A lot of people think that you ask for help, you make yourself seem weak.
Yeah.
You know? That's not the case. Because sometimes people like just legitimately need help.
Like think about it this way: if you have to move a couch, and the couch weighs, I don't know.
No, this is
80
couch doesn't
pounds.
even have to be that heavy. It's
Exactly, it's just cumbersome.
Yeah.
Just because the couch is cumbersome and you have trouble moving it yourself,
Right.
asking for help is the easiest way to get the couch out and done away with it.
If the
If
couch
that's
is
what
light
you're doing.
enough,
Right.
if the couch is light enough, or you're strong enough, you can easily go in the middle, like the middle section of the couch, and pick it up and move it.
But angling
if you're
it
trying
in
to
the
move it out-
doorway.
yeah. But if you're trying to get it out the house,
You remember that time we was helping
doing
Michelle with the couch and it took us like an hour to
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
and if we weren't together, we would have never figured out, well, okay, we gotta turn it, then quarter turn it, then turn it again, then turn it again. And it
was like, well, we got it. We she was like, well, we got the old couch in. But we should be able to get this couch. Well, like I don't know. She said we got the old couch out. That wasn't that hard. So we should be able to get this couch in.
we picked the old couch up and had that shit out in what, like 5-6 minutes?
Yeah.
Of turning
So
that
we're
shit.
like, so what's the problem with this? And it was like one little simple thing that we had to do.
We had to unscrew the legs and we had to turn it each time. Like every time we got it further in, we had to quarter turn it like sideways or whatever.
Cause that couch was slightly, how to put it?
The door frame was too small, and we had to turn the couch just to get it in the door frame.
And like the back part of the couch, like that you rest up against, was slightly taller. Slightly taller. So that's why we had to take the legs off for enough clearance and whatnot. But we got it in there.
Yeah, after about 45 minutes to an hour of fucking with this thing. It's still funny to
When
me.
we're just like throwing like different ideas out and stuff like that, and one person, you're just sitting there like, how can I get this thing in there?
Right.
Well, it was like 4 people, so we were just like, well, let's try it this way. Let's try it this way. Let's try it this way. Everybody just throwing in different ideas until one of them stuck, one of them worked.
Yep.
Got in there.
And it would have never happened like that if we didn't ask for help.
Yeah,
if we
one
didn't
person.
ask, how did y'all get this in here the first time? How'd y'all get the old couch in here? And then, our relatives was like, yeah, well, we turned it this way and turned it that way, and that's what allowed us to get it in there. Now, imagine you asking for help in a situation such as I'm having a stressful situation in my life, and you're like, okay, I need help to deal with that. Anybody who actually gives a damn about you as a friend or a family member will help you. I'm sorry, but that's the reality of it. We are not hardwired to be alone. If that was the case, then why do humans build societies? Why do we have cities? Why do we have towns? Why do we have churches, gyms, whatever? Where there's a community of people that you get along with, maybe not fully, but to a certain extent to where you can tolerate those people all together. Why wouldn't you ask them for advice or help physically if you need it? It's just one of those things that I've always questioned. I get it, pride is a thing. I'm a human. I'm not gonna say I'm not proud about certain things and I don't want to ask for help. But at the end of the day, if I knew that I didn't have the capability of doing something by myself, I'm not gonna sit there and not ask for help. And the same thing applies even if you just need somebody to talk to. There's places for that. Don't go out and take your anger out on innocent people. Don't go out and be mad at yourself and hurt yourself. Ask for help. So that's why I'm a firm believer in mental health in this society, in our country, should be free everywhere. I'm even not in our country. I feel like mental health should be a first and foremost taken care of thing in every country, because it's something that affects all of us. We all have our downfalls, but we all have our mental downfalls at some point. What do you think a midlife crisis is? People have been going through midlife crises forever, and now in today's society, it's become more mid
20s,
mid 20s and 30s crisis.
I'm going through that right now. So I'm how to put it? Yeah, because like King says, it's going through how to put it? Mid 20s crisis. I'm gonna start right there. I feel like I'm at the point right now where I need to really make something happen. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm in my mid 20s, 25. I feel like I need to go ahead and do something to really have myself where I want to be by before I'm 30. Not by the time I'm 30, not after I'm 30, before I'm 30. And whatnot, because I'm not trying to live like the rest of my life in the system where I know that like
you're making money for somebody else.
Yeah, where I'm making money for somebody else. Like, you know, my boss makes $1, I make a dime, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I have to basically deal with that until I'm like 61, 62 years old and I fucking retire. I'm not trying to go through that.
I'm definitely trying to be retired by the time I'm 35 to 40. I'm not trying to be retired past that. Like, real shit, no matter what it is, I'm going to try and make moves to where I can solidify my future, not just for myself, but for my son, you know? It's one of those things that you really drilled that into me when you was talking about, you know, you ain't making as much money as you possibly could, bro. This, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, like I said, we all have choices to make. We all have our own priorities and goals and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And I'm trying to get experience as well as you know, money. So if I have to sacrifice a little bit of money here for the experience, okay, cool. So that's why I'm staying at where I'm at as far as my job. But if I ever get an opportunity to make more money and as well as get another experience, hell yeah, I'm gonna take it. Why not? You know, mm-hmm. I'm not gonna be stuck in a box, like I said. But you know, it's just one of those things where you gotta go with the flow, and you feel like the flow is reaching the top and about to spill over for you personally. I understand that, and I wish you nothing but the best, Brody. For real, for real.
I appreciate it.
Like,
I mean,
if anybody can succeed with bare minimum, I know you can. But I know
I've been through it before, bro.
I know
that shit
but I know you can plan better than you have. I'm not gonna go into detail, but
I mean,
you could have did a little shit a lot better.
I know, but it's like, it's just the fact.
You feel like you gotta shoot your shot. I know.
I feel like I gotta shoot my shot, and it was just, man, like the whole situation with James. You know, it was like a group effort, you know, between me and him, and it was just the fact of like, you know, he was so stressed out with the job and stuff like that, and I'm like, and it was stresses that weren't dealing, you know, like stresses that weren't affecting me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, we both had like the unsung rule. You know what I'm saying? We're like, bro, if you leave, I leave. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, bro, we're both in this together. We're both working toward the common goal. You leave, I leave. You trying to go to San Diego, bro? I'm with you. You know what I'm saying? That's basically kind of how it was. So whenever he left, I was like, fuck it, I'm done too. We're just gonna do. We're just gonna make it happen with what we got. We're gonna go ahead and make that trip. We have enough to make the trip there. You know what I'm saying?
Side note, this mixes very well. Dr. Pepper, generic Dr. Pepper. In this,
hey, it works.
It works.
That Dr. Perky, it works. I don't know exactly if I don't know if his PhD is valid, but if his PhD is valid, he's doing his thing right now. I hope he has his doctorate. If he doesn't,
I don't overpower that shit now.
Then fuck it.
Alright, now, but you know,
you must forgot what family I'm from.
Look here, you Alki. I'm part of your family. I'm just further down the line, so I know my limitations.
You're blooded Spain. My last name not Spain, but I'm like directly down the fucking bloodline.
Yeah, and I am attached to said bloodline by marriage and by blood, but it's like
it's some southern shit.
Yeah, it's some southern. It's complicated.
It's complicated. It's not like how you think it is.
Yeah, it's not like first cousins type shit. No, but it's like third and fourth cousins getting together and making the shit full circle.
Like,
as far as the blood,
like both sides of the family type shit.
Yeah. But you know it. And funny thing is, I'm related to you by your mom and your dad. That's the crazy shit. Damn, that's some real southern shit.
Bro, everybody around here is related. That's why I gotta That's why I'm glad that the mother of my child was from a different area.
Same here, like, bro. When I found out she was from like up north and shit, my baby mama, I was like, yes. I was like, you're not my cousin.
My mom was from a whole different county, so I'm like, I'm good. I am good.
That made my day, like real talk. That was one of the things that made my day.
A baby with a girl around here. It probably would have been my cousin down the line.
Oh yeah.
That's one reason why I got to get out of here. Like I can't deal with this.
Like it's crazy.
I mean, now if how to put it, shit's nasty. You know what I'm saying? The shit is nasty. There is a very real possible chance that down here you could possibly have intercourse with a very, 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 very distant cousin, and you would never know it.
But that's anywhere. Like everybody's related,
but still, I don't like that. I don't like
right.
knowing that. And it's more prevalent down here because
down here,
South.
Down south, this is my belief.
There's less people. You know what I'm saying?
If you're in the South, I say you should date outside your race. I'm not saying necessarily like.
I mean, now he's not saying it in a racist way.
Yeah, no, exactly. I'm not saying that in a racist way.
Like a lot of people say date inside your race.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you date inside your race, you're liable. You're very likely to run into one of your cousins along the way that you don't know is your cousin.
Exactly. And if you date outside your race, you're not only creating not creating, but breaking down racial barriers, you're also expanding your bloodline to a new system of genes, you know? And I'm not saying that dating somebody inside your race is bad. Again, not trying to be racist here. But I'm just saying if you're a Southerner, that's one of your best bets to guarantee you are not fucking one of your cousins.
I mean, the way the world is going anyway, eventually one day, there's going to be so much like white people with black people with Asian people with Hispanic and all this other extra shit. That eventually down the line one day, whether you like it or not,
there will be no more black and brown.
Everybody's gonna be one.
Yeah, no more black and white people. Everybody be brown.
Gonna be like about the same complexion, and it's not gonna be light. I mean, well, it's not gonna be white.
And it's not gonna be
black. It's not gonna be black.
It's gonna be a mixture.
And I'm mad my computer did that just now, but it's still going.
I mean, we've been talking for a good minute.
Yeah.
But you know, it's gonna be a mixture of people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody's supposed to be like a nice, clean coffee color. You know what I'm saying? Nice, good brown, not too light, not too dark.
Yeah.
Probably like around me or King's complexion.
Yeah, somewhere in between the two. The spectrum would probably end with me being darkest, I guess. Which even in my
probably be on the lighter end.
Right. But even in our community, we're both considered light skinned. Like that's the crazy shit. Like I'm gonna show you guys my farmer's tan. Everybody's like, "You're fucking brown. You're a brown person." This is me, my skin color. I have a farmer's tan. Okay, so I'm almost just as light as him.
And this is just me.
But for real, you know, it's one of those things where we're considered the light people, and we get picked on for being light. And then like,
I don't.
Yeah, well, when we were younger, we did. Yeah. You know, I was a lot lighter. In my arms and my face when I was younger.
Make all like the light skinned Drake jokes and shit.
Right. And I was like, I fall in the middle of this spectrum. So I'm like, I can't really go either way because I'm not light and I'm not dark. I'm like brown, you know? I'm a brown person. So it's like, I can't really say shit about either one of y'all, even though I did pick on both sides. Like, to make it fair, that's just how I saw it.
Bro, by me being light, I mean,
you high yellow, you look like a Simpson.
It's probably like a light skin complex type shit. But like I used to talk junk about everybody. Like I used to be like, bro, you can't talk junk about me if I can't see you at nighttime. And the only thing I can see is your teeth.
No, you talking about that time we was at the block party and we seen Cuzzo,
Larry.
Yeah, Larry. We seen our cousin Larry. Now I'm
Don't
talking
call
about
him Larry. Call him Larry.
This motherfucker is this dark, like this bottle cap dark. I'm talking about
like that. You know, I've actually seen people darker than him before. Brother Darkness.
Black they purple?
We used to call him Brother Darkness. For us, they call somebody Brother Darkness, and also call him Chapter 13, because I forgot what the book was, but there was a book that we read in school.
Was it Chicken Little Soup?
I forgot. But I know one chapter in the book, it was chapter number 13, and the chapter was called The Darkness. So we used to call Brother Darkness Chapter 13.
I remember that.
You know, call him Brother Darkness in Chapter 13. That was like his nicknames throughout school, and it stuck.
It was funny. Like he responded to it. That's the
yo,
crazy
Brother
shit.
Darkness, yo, what up? You know what I'm saying? Because he knew he was dark. Like
Like for real.
And don't ever play basketball with him. You know what I'm saying? Because every time he shoots his shot in basketball, he up downs every time. Because like he'll jump up and be ready to shoot the ball, but he won't shoot the ball until he lands on the ground again. So it's weird. So he was like so he'll be up in the air, then land, and then shoot. Like as soon as he hits the ground. So he's like, and they're like, what? And
shooting violation.
And his shot was so bad. But it'd be one of those times you'd be like, I'm about to block his shit. You should have let him shoot because he was gonna miss anyway. But it's the time that you try to block him is the time that he makes his fucking shot. And then he just shot on your ass with that ugly ass shot that was still up down. But we know how he shoots, so we just let it count anyway.
Hey.
And we be like, damn, bro, you just got shot on by Brother Darkness and shit.
That shit be funny.
And now everybody laughing at you.
But back to Cuzzo. We was at a block party one time, and Cuzzo was down at the party, and he was wearing a yellow, what is it, SpongeBob shirt?
It was a yellow SpongeBob shirt.
A yellow SpongeBob shirt.
Bright
And you know
ass
how
fucking
bright that shit is. And so he tapped us both on the shoulder because we stand beside each other. He crouched down. And we turned around and we ain't see shit. All we saw was a floating yellow shirt with SpongeBob on it, and then some eyes and some teeth because this motherfucker started laughing.
That's it.
That's
like,
it.
I swear to God, that's it. Cause it got dark outside and shit, you know.
Right, and we weren't that far. The funny part was we was not that far from the street light, the street light that we was
were like
under.
in somebody's backyard, and like the light was coming around, like the light was
right.
coming
And
around.
so we had light on our silhouettes and shit. So like you could still see us and shit, but you did not see him at all. I was like, bruh, you was black as fuck.
Like y'all don't understand, like black people talk shit about other black people, like
right, like and not in like a real racist way. It's just like
humorous.
Yeah, in a humorous way. You so black.
Everybody knows you. Everybody at the end of the day, we're all black.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying, but like everybody knows you're dark. I'm good. Everybody knows you. I'm gonna say everybody knows you're dark. Everybody knows you're joking.
Right. Like it's like a white person saying you so white.
That's like
to another white person.
Fucking what's his name?
You have you have
his last name is freaking Pyatt. We call him ugly all the time.
Who you talking about? You ain't talking about Kimi.
No. You remember the twins, the caveman twins? We call them the caveman twins. Their brother. Them boys ugly as hell too now.
What's his name? Damn, I forgot his name.
Ugly as hell too now.
What's his name?
Actual caveman. Them boys like African cavemen. I can't remember. What's his name though? And I seen him walking the other day. I remember brother at the stoplight, he pulled up beside me and shit, and he kept inching up beside me and shit. Was like looking into my car, and I was just looking straight. And I just happened to look over, and like as soon as I looked over, he was already looking at me. He was like, "I'm like, yo."
I forget this motherfucker name, bro. But damn, I know who you're talking about. Damn, Captain Dumbass. Rashad. That's his name.
Rashad, the ugly motherfucker.
Captain Dumbass.
And we call him ugly all the time. But every time I see him, I'll be like, damn, bro, you ugly as fuck. He just laugh.
Hey, I just call him Captain Dumbass because half the shit he say and do is just dumb.
And I already be telling him like, yo, bro, you ugly as fuck. like, yo, bro, you ugly as fuck. And he just be laughing, what up, bro? Like, he know he ugly.
Yeah, like, I mean, like I was saying, like, it's like when it comes to black people talking about people color, it's like a white person calling somebody else who's white, like super, super white,
like pale or pasty.
Yeah, like they'll be peach colored like a white person, the person talking shit, and the other person be like ghost white, like Casper and shit. And this shit be funny. I'm sorry. It's the same thing with black people. We all have our own racism within our own communities, but we also have racism across the board. And the thing I think about racism is it's always going to exist. You're never going to eliminate it because
until that one day.
Yeah, until everybody becomes one color. But again, like you're never going to eliminate it because at the end of the day, people fear what they don't know. And if you're not part of that culture, you don't know the culture. So I feel like this, until we all can express our culture and have people understand our culture and respect our culture, we will never get anywhere as far as humanity, okay? Because at the end of the day, we all have to understand and respect each other's culture to get somewhere, You don't have to, You don't have to be a racist motherfucker and like fuck all these brown people and all these Mexicans and we can't have these Mexicans and shit. Guess what? You need to learn more about their culture and what is causing them to come over here. And it's not just Mexicans. I'm sorry. It's other peoples. Okay? And it's, yeah, they're doing something illegal, but would you not do the same shit if you had to face the adversities and other shit that they face every day? If you are living in fear that your child and you will be killed because you live here and you can't afford to pay these gangster motherfuckers the tax that they want, would you not leave and go to another country where you don't have to worry about that shit? I'm sorry, but I would. So I understand why they come all that way. And I'm sorry, anybody who just wants to come to America and take our jobs is not going to walk 1,000 miles or 400 miles.
They want a better life.
Right, they want a better life for their families, just like anybody else would want. So I'm not saying we should take everybody in, but we should at least listen to everybody and their story.
If they really want to be a citizen of the United States, be a productive member of the United States. Be a productive citizen. Yeah, be a productive citizen. Make it easier for them to become a citizen. You know
right. There's so many loopholes that just don't make any sense to me. And it's like this.
People are like, oh, all these illegals. Well, bro, make it so that make it so that they can become citizens and pay taxes. And stuff like that. I'm pretty sure they will gladly do that shit.
Right. And a lot of them do that. Like, you calling like everybody a criminal just because of where they come from or how they look? That's fucking ridiculous.
I mean, if that's the case, you can say that about a lot of different fucking races.
Right.
I mean, anywhere from Hispanic people to black people to
yeah.
Because like,
and I guarantee you, I'm sorry to break this to you, but I guarantee you, there's more people that are white in this country that will steal from you than the minorities. I'm not saying minorities are innocent, and I'm not saying that we don't steal shit, okay? But the fact is, the majority still outrules the minority when it comes to crime. Yet there are still more minorities sitting in a jail cell for petty crimes.
I mean, look, I'm gonna say like, sir, people point fingers all the time and stuff like that, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody does bad. Everybody talks about, oh, black people do this, black people shoot this and do that. I mean, I understand that does happen in the black community.
Yeah, that's a valid. That is a valid point. But it's not the only one.
It's not a mass shooting. It's a targeted person.
Bingo.
It's always usually a targeted person.
There are still drive-bys that become mass shootings, but you don't hear about those on the news. Now, you know why? Because it happened in a black community, and only black people were killed. Like I'm just stating facts here.
You don't really hear that happening with Hispanic people around here. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always usually some other petty crimes that happen with Hispanics. You know what I'm saying? Stuff that's not really too much of a big deal, but people make a big deal out of it. Now, if you want to really dive into it, which I'm not racist, you know what I'm saying, at all, because me, given my background and I figured out who I was, I am a mix of black, I am white, I am Native American, and I'm also part Asian. Down my bloodline. And I ain't talking about like far down my bloodline either. Like that's the reason why
one of your grandparents was Asian, part Asian, right?
My great grandma Lula, who passed about 3 years ago, she was half Asian and half white, and her husband was half black and half Native American Cherokee. That's
what it was. Okay, and like as far as my family, I know that I'm part white, part black, and part Native American. I don't know about the Asian. I heard that was true on my dad's side as well, but I'm not sure. I need to find out more about that. But you know, we are a melting pot people. So for us to sit here and point fingers at other people that are doing the same shit that other people's ancestors did, which was come over here to this country for a better life. The Pilgrims started that shit. It's been going on for over 400 years.
And you got to think about it. People always talk about immigrants this, immigrants that. The Pilgrims themselves were immigrants, but the native people of this land welcomed them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And whatnot. It wasn't until the native people of this land started being done wrong that they started retaliating back against them. But the whole story was spun so that the Native American people seem like the bad people.
Yeah, the Pilgrims were the good people. And history is only written by the victor. So Native American people are a very, very small population
story, you know what I'm
in this country.
It's always.
And I wonder why that is, because it started with the Pilgrims, but it didn't just end there. You know?
You got to think, they were going up against, like, the Native Americans were going, like, they had, what, bows and arrows and spears, going up against people who had guns and stuff like that.
Cannons.
Like why would you even think? If you only got bows and arrows and spears, they're still human beings. They can still think. They know the consequences, like, you know, behind their actions, what will happen. Why do you think they would even try to retaliate against people who have guns and stuff like that?
Because they knew either way they were gonna die.
Yeah, if they didn't have a choice, you know what I'm saying? That's just common sense. A lot of people don't use common sense.
Right, and it's like this. Back to the immigrant thing. Just because you give up all that money and stuff and pay those taxes to those gangsters doesn't mean they're not gonna still kill you. Doesn't mean they're still not gonna take your shit. Doesn't mean that they're still not gonna do you some type of fucking harm. You know? So for people to not be willing to understand that, I'm like this. Think of yourself if you know, God forbid, if China or somebody came over here and tried to do the same shit to us.
Oh yeah, y'all think shit is bad with fucking Hispanic people coming over here and shit? Oh yeah, y'all think y'all think that shit. China can legally own the U.S. right? If they really wanted to, if they really wanted to force that issue and push that issue, with all the money that we owe them, they can legally come over here and try to take this fucking country over.
That's a lot of money.
They could legally
Trillions
come over here and try to take this fucking country over if they wanted to, but they have never gotten to that point.
Right. Because they know they can make all their money back plus
and
extra.
Y'all always talk about Hispanic people being the threat, this, that, and the third. Y'all need to look at the other neighbors, like in neighboring countries that are overseas, but really aren't that far away. Like, cause whether y'all believe it or not, like China is our biggest threat. If China really wanted to be like, well, shit, let's go fuck up the U.S., they could. And what could we do about it? There's over 1 billion people in their country versus our, like, what, 300 something million? They got a lot more manpower than we got. Yeah. I'm just saying. And their technology is pretty close up to par with ours.
Yeah, ours is still better, but not by much.
They still got more manpower. Like they can storm this country and take this shit over if they really wanted to. If they're on our soil. Cause you gotta think, the U.S. has never actually had a war on its soil besides like what, the Revolutionary War and the Civil War.
Yeah.
We have never actually had a war on our own soil. If a war were to take place on our own soil, it would be chaotic. It would be true in other.
But because of all the guns in this country, and we have assault rifles,
we would have
a fighting chance. But if you take those assault rifles away, we have no fighting chance.
We would have our own militia, but still, our normal military is only but so big. Our normal military that would be able to counter, you know, and like an opposing military is only but so big. Like, yeah, it's big.
But it's not as fast as China.
Yeah, it's not gonna stop China.
Especially if they teamed up with somebody like not even Russia, but like
it's
Korea,
it's when they have like Korea? 3 soldiers to like 1 of ours. Like it's not gonna do shit.
Yeah, it's not gonna end well. But you know, I feel like it's time for us to move on from this talk. We've been talking on that for a good minute.
It's been a while.
We're gonna get ready to wind down and end this thing. But we have 2 animes that have come out this year. This summer, I believe. One of them might have been late spring, but I
haven't watched them yet.
He hasn't watched them yet. I have watched them, the dubs. I'm a dub guy. Yes, I'm that guy. But Fire Force, highly recommend this to you guys. Anybody who likes firefighting, I wouldn't call it magic, but telekinetic powers and shit like that.
Pyrokinesis.
Yeah, pyrokinesis. That's it. Pyrokinesis. And just shit like that in general, you know? If you're an anime fan...
Oh, I forgot I had fucking liquor mix for that shit.
If you're an anime fan, watch it. In general. If you're a firefighting fan of any type of firefighting show or book or whatever, you know, watch or read this manga.
I also got one that I want to...
I highly recommend that one just for you guys. It's one of my favorite. What is this, Demon Slayer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this guy.
We're gonna talk about Dr. Stone first.
Okay. Dr. Stone is also another one that I found recently. I believe it started beginning of last month, airing. So there's like 3, maybe 4 episodes by this weekend. But it's awesome. The concept sounds a little corny, but just watch the first episode. I'm so serious.
Watch it. I've been hearing a lot of stuff about that.
I've heard so much about it as well, and then I read the concept for myself, and I was like, this sounds so corny and stupid. But it blew my mind the way they tackled the issue.
Generally how it is at first until you actually go and watch it.
Right. It's all about how you tackle the issue that you're talking about.
That was like Black Clover, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like Black Clover, I was like, what? This right here is like so much like Naruto, this, that, and the third and shit. But...
Oh, I was the same way about Fairy Tail, dude. Fairy Tail, I was like, this sounds so kiddie and stupid. And then I got
That's
hooked.
the reason why Diddy didn't want to watch it like that at first. And we were like, bro, just watch it. Shit.
And he's hooked now as well.
I'm just sad that it'll be ending soon.
Yeah. R.I.P. Fairy Tail. But I got my furry happy. Ha ha ha. No, that's not an inside joke. I have an actual pop figure of Happy from Fairy Tail, and it's furry.
That's suede fur. You know
suede fur. Yeah. Shit was not cheap.
Dr. Stone recommendation, you know, from the boy Ken. Check that out. You know what I'm saying, as well as Fire Force. I got one myself, you know what I'm saying. It's called,
and this one does not have a dub, correct? Not yet.
Not yet. It's supposed to be coming like later on, I think this fall.
Okay. It does look interesting. You've been telling me about this since like what, March of this year, somewhere around there.
You know, Daddy started watching. He loves this shit now too.
Okay. I mean, it looks good. Like I seen
it's
some
really
clips.
Good.
It hooked me. But
I'm
a
Kimetsu
dub
no
person.
Yaiba or Demon Slayer. So I'm just gonna refer to it as Demon Slayer.
Demon Slayer.
But this is one of the best animes that I've seen in years. Like this quality, just the animation of it, like everything, like you can tell, like they've taken their time to produce this right here.
So is the story? Is it just one of those random stories, or is it one of those that actually follows continuity of the character, like the developments that the character goes through?
Yeah, pretty much. It follows like continuity, pretty much.
Okay, cool.
It's like it shows the progression of each character. I mean, I'm saying like in their own way. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, that's what's up.
It's just you just gotta watch it.
Okay,
you just gotta watch it, bro. Like Tanjiro, like the main character, like right here, bro. Like he goes through so fucking much. He changes so much, and just like a short period of time. Well, it's not really a short period of time because there is like a time skip in the very beginning. So I'm gonna say. But after that time skip, he's still the same person, but you can tell that he's grown so much, like as an individual and stuff like that, and like in terms of like his morals and his goals and stuff like that, like you just gotta watch it. It's really good. And it's action packed. Like this shit, when they get to fighting, when they get to the sword play, Not everybody uses swords now.
Okay.
But, you know, they gotta fight demons. The demons don't use swords now.
Okay, well, I gotta go back and say this about Fire Force. Fire Force is actually action-packed as well. And it's all about my main dude right here. I forget his name. But he's called, what is it called? They call him the Barefoot Devil or some shit like that. But he can use fire in his feet. And it's dope. Like he can fly with the fire that he produces from his feet. And they blame him. Long story short, they blame him for burning down. Yeah, that's him. They blame him for burning down his family home and killing his mom and his baby brother. I'm gonna just say I don't think it was him. There's a lot going on, and I'm only like 3-4 episodes in, like I said. But it is awesome. I love it. Guys, check it out if you have the chance. But I think that's where we're gonna end this.
Trying to end on a good note, you know.
Yeah, we're ending on a good note. You know, again to my bro, I wish him nothing but the best when he gets to Cali. Hopefully, we can figure out a way so we can make this show just as good as it is now, if not better, by us being so far apart.
Oh, and I also remember the one thing.
What's that?
I'm also I'm also a Twitch streamer and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to throw my channel out there, but you know, you can follow me on you can follow me on Twitch. No, at Knockout, KNOKOUT on Twitch.tv. But that's besides the point. It's, well, not necessarily all the way. I am going to a convention in San Diego also. It's from September 27th through September 29th. It's called TwitchCon. I will be there. My buddy James I was talking about earlier, he's also going to be there also. He's also a Twitch streamer. We're both Twitch
Bolt Action Bear.
Bolt Action Bear on Twitch.tv. It's spelled exactly the way it sounds, all one word. So my name is Knockout without the C, KNOKOUT. But we're both going to be there and whatnot. We'll try to have a good time, you know what I'm saying? Anybody who's watching the video is going to be at TwitchCon. We'll be there also. And whatnot. So just inform you, just let you know. And stuff like that. But and also I want to leave one message, you know what I'm saying? You only have one life. You only get one chance to do the thing that you want to do.
Live
Don't sit here and try to get comfortable at your little job and stuff like that, even though you have dreams and aspirations. Job is gonna always be there. You won't always have the time. Yeah, you won't always have the time and the chance to go follow your dreams. So if you want to go ahead and do it, and you were at that point where you can do it, do it. Fuck it. Like if you fail, like this is how I feel. I'd rather try and fail and say that and say in the future that I tried to do that rather than being in the future and wishing that I would have tried.
True that.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'd rather be like, well damn, I tried and failed, rather than me being like, well damn, I never tried at all and I wish I would have, because things could have probably been different for me right now. So if there's anything that you want to try it. You never know, that shit might just work out for you. But that's all I got to say. So, you know, this concludes another episode of the KO Ken Show. You know, it was a little longer
than we anticipated, but
you know,
hey, we've been gone for a while, so hey, hopefully we made our audience happy. Yeah. That's all we can ask for.
If you stuck around this long, you're the GOAT. You are the GOAT. You are the greatest of all time. The GOAT. Like I mean, like Billy GOAT. Like
we already know who's gonna be like probably one of the first people to watch this.
Fucking Billy GOAT with a fucking goatee and shit. You might as well go ahead and be a ram and shit. You know what I'm saying? But
shouts out to our our number one fan so far.
Yeah.
Brother Dave.
That boy Dave. I ain't gonna throw his last name out there. I ain't trying to put out his whole government and everything. But yeah. Dave, man.
Brother Dave knows who he is. Man. Like we appreciate you and everybody else who has been part of this community and watched us.
Before I leave though, man, I'm gonna have to come, you know, say goodbye. You know, I have to do that.
But yeah, again, this is the end of our episode on the KO Ken Show. Hope everybody nothing but the best in life. Remember, take your chances because they don't come twice. Peace out.
Deuces. And we out. Y'all. Goodbye. The music's fading too. Oh.